Alright guys, time for a bit of a hot take. I didn't like the Sonic movie.
Wow, what an asshole.
That's not to say that it's a bad movie per se, but to me, it just felt like a generic kids movie. It really didn't have anything that felt like Sonic. None of the style, none of the charm, and none of the character. My main issue with the movie was actually Sonic's character. I did not like how he was presented in that movie. I get it, he's a younger Sonic, you know? He hasn't fully grown into his role of hero, but I don't know, man. He's just too childish for me. It's not what I looked for in Sonic and definitely not what I had hoped for. But thankfully,
there is another.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Sonic OVA. So, what exactly is the Sonic OVA? Well, the Sonic OVA is an anime movie produced by Studio Pierrot. It was released in 1996 on 2 separate VHS tapes over in Japan, and when it came to America, it was then condensed into a direct-to-DVD movie titled Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie. This film takes great inspiration from Sonic CD. The character designs are very much in line with the Sonic CD opening, and Metal Sonic is, of course, the main antagonist. But enough of the little history lesson, let's talk about the movie, shall we? The movie starts with Eggman talking to Metal Sonic, and this opening is actually really cool. I love how ominous it is with the pulsating music, the dark lighting, and Metal Sonic's eyes glowing red. It's a great opening and really sets the mood for an epic adventure. After that opening, we get a beautiful overhead shot of the island that Sonic lives on. Sonic is seen relaxing on the beach while Tails tries to convince him to try out his latest invention, which is a hoverboard, which actually kind of looks like the extreme gear for Sonic riders. Sonic, however, isn't really interested.
Come on, you want to try it out?
Not right now, thanks.
Alright, I'll go use it myself.
So, before we go any further, I do want to address the voice acting, as I feel like that's one of the main problems people have with this movie. Tails sounds like he has the worst cold ever, and Sonic's voice is really high-pitched and nasally. But to be honest, I actually really enjoyed these actors. I can't really put it into words, but at least with this movie, I feel like every voice fits the character perfectly. They just have a certain charm to them, I guess. But anyway, I digress. While testing out his new invention, Tails encounters some difficulties while riding and screams for help. This clearly gets on Sonic's nerves, which leads to one of the most iconic scenes in the movie.
Help me! Wake up!
Shut up, Tails!
I love it! Turns out that the reason Tails crashed was because he collided with an old man owl, who's blind and doesn't realize his aircraft was on fire. Tails wants Sonic to help, but Sonic is kinda uncooperative at first. But after realizing that they're in real danger, Sonic heads into action and saves them both. After saving him and the old man, he then gets informed that the president needs them urgently. And without hesitation, they head to the president's house. I love the way the tornado leaves the island. It's pretty much exactly like Sonic Adventure 1. Funnily enough, this movie actually predates that game by a few years, so maybe this is what inspired it. Once Sonic and Tails make it to the president's house, they find none other than Dr. Eggman, who's holding the president and his daughter hostage. Eggman then begins to explain why he called Sonic there. Basically, Sonic lives in the outer part of the world called the Land of the Sky, while Eggman lives in the inner world called the Land of Darkness. Eggman lived in Robotropolis, quote-unquote, peacefully, up until this character known as Metal Robotnik came out of nowhere and drove Eggman out. Metal Robotnik then sabotaged the generator that gave Robotropolis power, and if it's not shut down, then it would explode and destroy the world. Eggman, of course, wants Sonic's help, but Sonic, understandably, is a little bit skeptical. But after some convincing, Sonic agrees to help. Eggman then gives them a GPS of sorts, and they begin their journey to the Land of Darkness.
Look! That must be the entrance to the Land of Darkness. Right below us.
Sonic and Tails fly inside and end up in the Land of Darkness. What comes next is probably one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie. Not only because the action is very reminiscent of the CD opening, but the track that plays here is amazing. In fact, the whole movie has an absolutely outstanding OST, and pretty much like everything else in this movie, it gives me Sonic CD vibes. But I digress. Let's get back on track. After surviving the onslaught of badniks, Sonic and Tails wind up on the outskirts of Robotropolis, which, looks pretty familiar, wouldn't you say? As they continue their journey, they encounter none other than Metal Robotnik. Sonic, not trying to waste any more time, tries to run away, and we get a pretty cool action scene. Halfway through the fight, Metal Robotnik traps Sonic and Tails in some sticky-like glue substance. When all hope seems to be lost, everybody's favorite Red Echidna saves the day. Sonic, clearly not happy with almost dying, quickly dispatches with Metal Robotnik. Then him, Tails and Knuckles head to Robotropolis to hopefully stop the generator and save the day. Once they make it into Robotropolis, they quickly find the generator and shut it down, but not before Sonic seemingly gets trapped in some sort of green force field. Thankfully, the generator falls apart and the day is saved. Right? As our heroes gain their bearings, Eggman unleashes his greatest weapon, Metal Sonic. The reveal of Metal Sonic is one of the most badass scenes I've seen in any Sonic-related media. Metal Sonic here is perfect. He's silent, intimidating, and isn't a pushover like he is in most of the games nowadays. The first fight between Sonic and Metal Sonic is awesome, but is very brief, as Sonic gets his ass kicked and is presumably killed. Eggman couldn't be happier. I mean, just look at him. After Sonic's defeat, Metal Sonic then begins his rampage through the land of the sky. Sonic wakes up in a random field and instantly heads back into action. Meanwhile, Tails and Knuckles start to devise a plan that will finally put an end to Metal Sonic. It's also revealed that Sonic and Metal Sonic share more than just appearance. They also share thoughts and feelings. Knuckles tells the president about the one way to destroy the land of the sky. Sonic overhears it, and by extension Metal Sonic does too, and he instantly makes a beeline towards the northern tip to destroy it. Sonic and Metal Sonic confront for their final battle, and this, my friends, is where the most iconic line in the entire movie happens.
You might know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you, since I know everything you're going to do. Strange, isn't it?
As the battle continues, it's quite apparent that not only is Sonic losing, and badly, but the collateral damage from their fight is putting the planet at risk. With a little motivation from Sarah, Knuckles digs tunnels in the ice to divert the lava away from the bridge. He succeeds and manages to stop the bridge from melting, but it's not over yet. During the fight, the president crashed into the bridge, and Sonic, not really noticing, knocks Metal Sonic into his crashed ship, causing an explosion. Amazingly, Metal Sonic in its extremely damaged state saves the president and the old man before succumbing to his wounds. Sonic, realizing that Metal Sonic has seemingly changed, rushes to save him, but Metal Sonic refuses, stating that there can only be one Sonic, which is a callback to their previous conversation. Metal Sonic then lets himself die in the lava, leaving us with a pretty bittersweet conclusion to our story. Our heroes are then seen standing on a cliffside, no doubt thinking about the events that just happened. Sonic, clearly being the most affected, looking down with a conflicted expression. But after a little talk and a funny gag with Eggman, Sonic goes back to his usual self and runs off into the distance with everyone else following behind him. And that, my friends, is the Sonic OVA. I don't think I can really express just how much I love this movie. This movie perfectly captures what I love about Sonic the Hedgehog. The story, the characters, the art style, the music, everything just screams Sonic the Hedgehog to me. I love how Sonic is portrayed in this movie. Yeah, he's a bit of an asshole, and he's lazy, but when it really comes down to it, he'll do everything in his power to save the day. This movie is actually what made me such a big fan of Metal Sonic. I love this design, those cold red eyes that just scream danger. Metal Sonic is an excellent villain, and it's a shame just how little he matters nowadays besides being a throwaway boss here and there. The music in this movie is some of the best in the franchise, and that's not even me being hyperbolic. The comedy is actually very well executed and manages to make me laugh every time. Suffice it to say, I love this movie and its take on the Sonic universe. I wish this became a full-fledged anime series, but alas, it just wasn't meant to be. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and no, I don't hate the live-action Sonic movie, I just don't think it's anything special.